Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whenever you are. My name is Leticia. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to talk about the fact that I hate my wardrobe right now. You probably already heard something very similar to that, like, I hate my wardrobe, I don't have anything to wear, I hate my style, I don't have a style, that kind of complaints. You probably already heard it, and you probably already been part of those at some point in your life. And I'm here to talk about that, why that happened, and what can you do about that. So if you're interested, keep watching. First, some coffee. Now we can talk about the more serious stuff like style. So, changes. Yes. Basically, one of the biggest reasons I see people complaining about their style, complaining that they don't have anything to wear, complaining that their look sucks, that they're not happy, that overall dissatisfaction with their clothing and their wardrobe and style, it's mostly because they've been through changes and their wardrobe did not keep up with that. And that's normal. First of all, let's just state here, your body changing, your life changing, things changing from one point to the other, A to B. No judgment if it's better, if it's worse, whatever it is. It's normal and it's part of life. Gaining weight, hormonal changes, pregnancy, which is part of hormonal changes too, getting old, changing to a new country, like if you move, things are gonna change, the weather changes, your job changes, etc, etc, etc. So many reasons too. Like, we're here to get away from any type of judgment. That's not why we're here. We're here to support each other and, to enjoy yourselves the way we are and love ourselves as much as we can. I know it's hard. It's not a pressure here. It's just like a vibe, like accept yourself. And with that said, for any number of reasons that our body and our style and our wardrobe should change, how do we adapt? So if you're going to pregnancy, hormonal changes, body weight fluctuations, usually more like physical changes, it's mostly that your clothes don't fit you the way they used to or the way that you would like them to fit you, right? Sometimes what happened to me during COVID, I think almost everyone gained a little bit of weight, and we stayed a lot of time sitting in chairs, and that might cause some discomfort in our belly area, because now if we use a lot of tight bottoms, tight jeans with the tight waist, and we eat and then we go directly to our chair and we sit there for 6 hours, that starts to get constraining. It's kind of bad, it's painful, and you start noticing how those pieces should fit you better, should fit you another way, or sometimes you want to just eat more and it's kind of constraining and hurting you. So those types of changes, which I suppose probably happen to pregnant women too, everyone that is going through changes around the belly area, are one type of change. Or you might just start exercising, and now that you have more muscle, you might have gained measurement or even just defined your muscles, but then you notice, but this dress fit me one way, now it's not really fitting me exactly the same way. Any direction of change that causes fluctuations on our body image will cause things to look different. A lot of theories out there say your body type never change, doesn't matter how much weight you lose or gain, in a very general idea. But I kind of agree and disagree. Your genetics might not change, your overall shape is the same, but it will change. Your lines can get a little softer, a little rounder, even though they kind of have an edginess to it, they might still be a little more softer. Or they, can go the opposite way and get sharper, and then suddenly you see more your bones and your structure. Then you have to learn how to adapt to it and work with it. Same thing for aging, for example. Then it's more like a coloring. It's a little bit of body too, but it's, I think, a little more shocking by the colors that you wear. So if you're like me, wear a lot of black and white, I'm a deep winter, so it's a lot of bright, deep, contrasty colors, and you start losing a little of your pigmentation. So hair starts graying, eyebrows start graying. The contrast level that I feel comfortable with and I feel actually good with, it's not gonna be the same anymore, because then the contrast I was trying to follow on my own skin and on my own person is not gonna be the same. So right now I'm a high contrast. When I age, I'm gonna be a medium contrast. So the clothing I use should migrate, should adapt to, right? So with all that said, just examples to see if you guys can connect and see in other people and see in yourself what are those changes. How do we adapt to this? Because that's the thing. You don't want to just throw away all your clothes and just buy a new whole wardrobe. First of all, that's a horribly unsustainable idea. Second, you probably make so many mistakes because you didn't actually reflect about what you were doing. So let's start with the tips. First, you need to pay attention to what actually changed. Was it physically, your body, your coloring, your shape? Was it your lifestyle? Maybe now you have a very active job or an active lifestyle and you didn't, and vice versa. Is it your job? Is it hobbies? Is it, I don't know, the weather? You change, you move countries. What happened? What is it that is not satisfying you anymore? Another change that can happen is not a real change in the outside that you can pinpoint, but sometimes our taste changing with aging too. Like when you were a teenager and now you were like 30, 40, you're not gonna have the same taste, and that's obviously expected too, right? Like people evolve, they have experience through their lives. So that is a change that is not visible, like we can't really pinpoint and see like, I see exactly what happened, but it's there. And it's also as important as, because that means that your style will have to like adapt to that, because the person that was happy with the wardrobe was 15 years old. So at 35, will probably not feel the same way about it, right? Pinpoint, what is that change? Look at your wardrobe. What are the things that you don't like about your wardrobe, or what about those pieces anymore? Because it's probably not everything. It's not like you want to just burn everything at the stake, right? Maybe it's like, okay, I feel like my pants are too tight, or something's like, gathering here and I don't like it, or I feel that everything's too loose and baggy, or coloring, whatever it is, like what is not well. Say a little bit about me. I've been in a journey to get a little stronger, a little more active. I'm gaining muscles, losing a little bit of weight. So things now are too baggy and too loose. They were already before. I was trying that style that was very trendy, that minimalist, very summery, linen, flowy dress, boxy dress, which is great. I haven't sewn something for me, like a lot of those types of pieces. I feel very comfortable on them, but when I look at myself on them, I don't like it. And now I like it even less, because they now not even like the size is the same anymore. Even though they were boxy, now they are like overly boxy, overly, it's like I'm a potato sack, and I don't like that look. So that's what is not, good for me anymore in my wardrobe. Not just that, for example, for me right now in my wardrobe, all my bottoms have to be held in place with belts, and that annoys me because it's not practical. I don't like that. It's not just aesthetic, but when I put things on, I'm like, I go to the bathroom 10, 15 times a day. I drink too much water, too much liquids. I can't be bothered with belts every single day and pants falling down, okay? I don't. Anyways, it's impractical. So I'm pinpointing what are the things that are going on with my life and my wardrobe, and why am I unhappy? Because otherwise I will go out and I'll buy the same things I used to buy, because that's a pattern. Humans try to follow the same patterns they were in, and then when you buy those things that you're used to buying, you're gonna be unhappy again, because you're buying the things you are unhappy with for the same reasons you were happy with. So why is that you're unhappy? Analyze your wardrobe. Having data to analyze. I know it sounds very geeky, very boring, but it's the only way we can proceed with this, trust me. And once you evaluated your wardrobe, cat hair alert, try to invest right now the budget you have, the amount you have, no pressure to spend money, even like maybe sewing yourself, thrifting, or maybe borrowing for other people if you have, trading with your family and friends. It's all cool, but try to invest in versatile pieces. So for example, if you're pregnant, you know that your body is going through changes and it's going to keep going through changes. So anticipating that, you have to choose clothing that will like grow with you, reduce with you when you give birth and all of that jazz. If you are through a losing weight period like me, like gaining muscle, losing weight and all of that things, you can try to hold on to the end, like I'm trying desperately because I don't want to spend money, but it's really impractical and it's getting to my nerves. It might get to your nerves too. So having some pieces there that can do that transition. Like for example, I have some pieces that the belt is doing everything it has to do to hold it in place. Some pieces don't get solved with a belt, so I can't wear those. So trying to transition in some way. Some people will opt to go to a style where things are more flowy, like I said, like those linen dresses. They're more boxy, they have more room, they're more flowy. It's great if it fits your style, but that's a very specific style. It's a little more modern, maybe more natural, maybe more minimalist, but it's a specific style when you start going into that category, and it does not fit everyone. So be very careful, because I tried to experiment with that. You might try it, you might love it, but you might hate it too. So go slow. Don't buy a whole wardrobe or like 5 pieces of that type at once. Just maybe one, maybe borrow from someone. Just experiment slowly, because you might hate it, you might not see yourself, or you might find yourself. So experimentation here, it's key. Another way of doing is stretchy fabrics. Stretch fabrics are not the most sustainable fabrics, right? Because they have multiple types of fibers in the same fabric, which makes it harder to recycle. But if you're gonna use them and you're gonna have a whole life with that piece, and you're gonna use all that you can of that piece, and you're not gonna buy all the ones that you're gonna be unhappy with, and yada yada yada, then they are sustainable, because they are the ones that are gonna fit you better. Okay, sustainability, it's also about being actually useful, not about frustrating you and making you buy more stuff, because that's exactly what we're trying to avoid here. So if stretchy fabrics are your way to go for it. My recommendation is, it's also a specific look, because stretchy fabrics, they end up showing more of your body. So if that's not what you want, is not the static you want, you're not going to be happy with that. Again, maybe experiment with 1 or 2 pieces. Another way to avoid that type of thing is to regularly update your wardrobe. And I don't mean going out every weekend and buying 8 new pieces of clothing to your wardrobe. Okay. So what I mean is planning what you need. You're already noticing your pair of jeans are getting really worn off, and you're kind of like feeling bad about wearing them in public. That's a tip for you. Go buy a new pair of jeans, but consciously so. So analyze in your pair of jeans that it's, so much used, because apparently they're worn off, so you have to use them a lot, right? What do you like about them? What are the things that you might be able to improve on your next pair? Maybe now you're gonna try a sustainable brand, or a brand that will last you a little longer. And then go out with time before you have to actually replace. You just, plan it ahead, and then you can buy without pressure, because buying under pressure is a real big problem if you're trying to stay contained. And if you have regular wardrobe updates, so just 1 piece here, 1 piece there, like, I'm not talking about huge buys. Again, I'm talking about every season a couple of pieces, just so your wardrobe can be current to your lifestyle, to your body, and you have some pieces that refresh you and don't make you feel bored, and also want to hate it and want to like burn it at the stake. Something else that you can do is seek inspiration. Like, maybe other pregnant women, how do they dress? Maybe other people that have very sporty lives, how are they dressing? Maybe they wear leggings every day. I don't know. Let's search in Pinterest, let's search in Instagram, go look at the street. Like, what are people wearing that you might want to try and experiment, and that might fit your lifestyle and your body better? That's a good clue for you. It's also sometimes, sadly so, a good clue of what not to do, or what you're not gonna want to do. So you might look at certain people and be like, that's not where I want to be. And that's also very important. That might be even more important, actually. You can look at them as like, why don't I like that? Maybe I hate the color combination, but the fabric and the silhouette is kind of nice. I would like to try that. Analyzing to your taste can be more benefit even than when you love the look, because the hate can be really strong feeling for you, and it can really motivate you to be like, yeah, now I know I don't like that, But I think the big message here is embrace change. Like, don't be fighting with yourself like, I'm not gonna buy anything because I hate my body right now and I'm gonna change my body. Take a breather. Your body deserves more than that. You deserve more than that, okay? If your wardrobe and your clothing, it's such a source of sorrow and frustration for you, do something about it, because it's really like not worth ruining your days over that. Or things that I heard before, like, I'm not going to this event because I don't have a dress that I want to wear. Like, what? Like, go be happy, like you don't deserve that. So take a breather and accept your body the way it is. It might be going through changes, it might keep going through changes and more changes, and that's normal, and that's life. Just accept it. It hurts less. No, but seriously, it's gonna be better for you in the long run. You see that you will stop hating your wardrobe, and maybe not loving it, but at least it's not gonna be the supreme source of sorrow and frustration in your day. So basically the message here is, evaluate your wardrobe, invest in versatile pieces, do regular wardrobe updates, seek inspiration, and embrace change. And that's it. Try to foresee it before you're too deep into it, because it's gonna cause you less sorrow, less problems, and good luck on your journey. Bonus tip here. A lot of people hate their wardrobes because their wardrobes are packed with stuff and they can't see. Yes, they are totally lost. They look at the wardrobe and everything is a blur, and they think they don't have anything, even though they clearly have lots of things. They might have bought a lot of things in impulse, and then of course they hate it, but they also can't really tell if they have a style and what's going on. So I'm going to do another video about that, but you know the answer here. Buy less. and declutter. I'm not saying throw everything away. I'm just saying your collection of clothing should be manageable. You should be able to look at it and identify the pieces. If you're so cluttered, you can't do that. That's a red flag. It's an alarm. Alert. We have a problem here, okay? We're gonna talk more about that in the next video. For now, I wish you luck on your transitions and your changes. Those are normal. Everyone has them. And thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. That means a lot. That helps a lot. And most importantly, I hope you have an awesome day. Bye.